The one voicemail I would give anything to take back. I remember the stifling heat of that June night. My high school graduation gown felt like a lead weight, and every time I looked at that empty seat in the front row, my heart just shrank. My dad had promised. He swore on his life he'd be there to see me walk across that stage. By the time the ceremony ended, I was absolutely livid. I didn't wait for him to explain. I didn't even give him a chance. I pulled out my phone and left a voicemail that still haunts me. I told him he was a flake, that he'd always been a no-show dad, and that I didn't want him at my graduation party. I ended it by saying, "Honestly, Dad, don't even bother coming home tonight." I felt so powerful in that moment, so justified. I went to the after party and ignored 3 missed calls from an unknown number. I thought it was him, trying to make some lame excuse. I finally checked my messages around 2 in the morning. It wasn't him. It was a nurse from the county hospital. My dad hadn't been blowing me off. He'd been at a jewelry shop 3 towns over, picking up a vintage watch he'd spent 6 months saving up for. It was a graduation gift, something to remember him by when I went off to college. On his way to the school, a semi-truck blew a red light. He never even made it to the hospital. When the police handed me his personal effects, his phone was there. I was the screen shattered. I realized the last thing my father ever heard was my voice, screaming that I didn't want him home. If you're listening to this, and you're holding onto a grudge over something small, please, let it go. Pick up the phone. Call them. Tell them you love them. Because later is a luxury that none of us are actually promised.